No,
One
go
last
ahead,
question.
Sanar.
If I'm a AM social coach, then all of my girls would be AM, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Yes, so the breakout rooms on Friday will be the girls that you'll have the whole week. So when we go into breakouts, you'll have your girls. In fact, this is a good time to talk about a responsibility. So let me pull.
So for anybody that is not going to be able to stay on the call right now, this is being recorded. So if you have to leave, go ahead and leave. But for all of the Zoom sessions, we will keep it open as long as we have to keep it open. And that includes next week during the camp. So if you run over, you run over. You know, the only time I'm really concerned about it is inspiration hour is 12 to 1. And so we can't run over. I mean, you'd be in a different Zoom session, but I'll have to cut out of one and go into the other one. So just so you know that.
Yeah. So one of the things that we are going to ask you to do, and I've shared this with you in the folder. Can you all see this attendance?
Yes.
Okay, so basically this is the AM session. It's just a Google Sheet. And then down here at the bottom, we have the PM session. So I clicked on that, so now I'm in the PM session. So what we would like our social coaches to do is based on your STEMinish room. So for example, Sonara, what room are you in? Who's your STEMinist?
I believe it is, I actually don't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Does anybody remember theirs? Katie?
I'll tell you in a second.
Do you know yours, Caitlin?
Yeah, Maria de Pena.
Okay, and are you AM, PM?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you'll do is when you're on in the PM, you'll go down here to Maria de Pena's room, and then basically these are your campers, right? So you'll have Anushka, Isabella, Lila, and Malia. And so basically, you guys are just going to check to see if they're there. So if they attended on Monday, you'll have a check. And so you'll just do this and it's going to help us take attendance. And so that's why I provided a link for you. So on Monday, what I would do is when you first get into the room, you know, you could do this after, but just kind of help us keep track. What I am going to be doing is I will be putting check marks on the sheet for surveys. Every day, you are going to be responsible at the end of the day for capturing surveys and just informing the students, hey, here's your survey for today, and I'll explain where those links are. And so what I'll do is I'm going to check mark which girls completed their surveys. So if you notice, for example, when you go to take attendance on Monday and Anushka, let's say her pre-survey isn't marked. So let's pretend I've done this. You could send a message to Anushka or just say, hey, Anushka, I noticed your pre-survey wasn't done. Could you please try to get that done today? You know, just or send her a little chat, like a private chat in Zoom. Do you all know how to do a private chat? And so that's how you can help us keep track of this information and just help us to gather the information we need during the camp. So I shared the link to this with you, but it's in that resource folder. And so it's labeled attendance and surveys. So if you're AM, you would go to AM in your group room and PM session in your group room. So any questions on that? Okay, and just to go over links, right here on our schedule, if you were wondering, well, where are the survey links? Mary put them all in here too. So here they are. Sorry, here, let me. So if you can see, we have our pre-survey link, our reflection, for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then our post-survey. So what we will do is on the schedule, if you look every day, do you see where it says daily reflection? You will be responsible at this point, and I guess we could have put it in red for the social coaches, but you'll be responsible for just saying, all right, it was such a great day. I hope you learned a lot. Please, we've included the link in the chat so they could go to the chat and click the survey. But all the girls also have this. They have this information with links, and you can tell
Not
them.
quite yet. They'll have it Friday.
Yes, they'll have it Friday. So they'll be able just to click the link to go to that survey, but just remind them that they have the survey.
Oh, and do we want to, how much do we want to talk up the fact that we're going to do a little raffle for people who fill out all of their surveys? Because again, this is not a test. Nobody's getting graded in this, but I've got some extra stuff that I'm happy to donate to others, like extra Arduinos, positional servos, I have a Barbie doll, a scientist Barbie doll that's still in the box that I could give away, all kinds of stuff that I'd love to be able to share, but to motivate them to fill the surveys out.
Yeah, we were talking, if all the girls do all their surveys, like the daily reflections and the post survey, that they would be entered into a raffle at the end of the week to earn some tech gear, like some Arduinos. And so you could just tell them they'll be entered into a raffle to win some prizes. Does that work, Mary?
Yep.
Yeah. And we could probably let them know that on
Friday.
Because
Yeah,
Friday
so
we
some of them
should
will get
remind them
there.
to do
Yeah.
their pre-survey.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, they're all going to be picking up their kits. And some of you, who has not gotten their kit yet? Raise your hand. One. And I've got your kit, right, Sonara? And I've got, do I have your kit too, Sanskriti? You're picking it up in Fallbrook? No, you're on mute, honey. Oh, let me unmute you. No, you got to unmute. I can't unmute you. There you go.
Sorry, I don't think I said I was going to pick up a kid. Do I need one?
Well, there's a T-shirt in there, the Qualcomm T-shirt, and it's got the book in it. You know, the notebook that they're following along with and all of that. So yeah, you should have a kit. Let me just look at where I had you picking it up.
Because I recently moved. That's going to be a bit of a
Where are you?
I'm currently in Texas.
Oh, you're really far away. Well, you know, the notebook is online.
Right, I have the PDF pulled out, yeah.
And
Yes.
the icons, but as long as you know what the hand icons are,
Right.
and I can mail it to you, so you'll have it sometime next week if you want to send me an address.
No, I think it'll be fine. Or I could print it out and cut it. Either one would work. Yeah.
Mary,
I just moved and went in February, so it's really recent.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Sanskriti, in the coach resource folder I shared with you today, you have the PDF. And so you can, of the notebook. That's actually what I printed today. I don't have the actual notebook. I just printed it. So you have this available. Yeah. So, okay. I'm sorry that the training is a little bit longer than we anticipated, but are you guys, you feel okay mentally? Your brain's still with us? All right. So, I am going to move on.
I see Sanskriti had her hand up. Yes, hon.
Oh,
I'm in an AM session and a PM one. So how would that work out for me on Friday? Like, do I need to, I'm in different ones, obviously. So would I need to go in both? Would I have to jump around?
No, because one ends and the other begins.
Oh,
One
nice.
end, so it's one slice of bread, and then you have your speakers, and then you have the second slice of bread.
Okay. So that's the same case for the Friday orientation as well.
Friday, oh, that's a good point, because so we will have to figure out how to set that up, but we only have a couple rooms where we are doubled up on the social coaches. So we'll figure that out. We'll make sure there's at least one coach in there with them on Friday when we do the breakout sessions. Yes.
yeah, that's true. I'm in the same boat
Yeah.
now too.
We'll fix that. We'll fix that. Sonara,
Yeah.
our build coaches are in the same boat.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I just wanted to know, would we take attendance on Friday as well for the orientation?
We didn't create an attendance for Friday, and I know, I believe the orientation, we highly encourage the campers to make it, but
Aren't we going to take attendance for the whole group, or try to take attendance for the whole group on Friday for whoever participates? I can download the
Yeah.
participant chat.
we should, and on the attendance and surveys, I could add that real easily. I could just create a new column
I'm not sure that we need to worry too much about it in the
about
group
Friday.
on Friday because of exactly what Sanskriti's talking about, which is the fact that we have social coaches that are going to be in both sessions and they can't be in two places at once.
Yeah, maybe what we could do, Mary, is just take attendance on our own.
Yes, that's what I'm saying on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sanskriti, just so you can see, so this is the AM session. So it goes from 9 and then it ends at 12. And notice they have a small break, like a 5-minute break between 11:55 and 12. And so this is kind of an overlap hour. So during this overlap time, the inspiration hour, this is where our social coaches, you can join in and listen to some of these professionals speak to the girls, or you could choose, if you're doing both sessions, to go eat lunch, take a break. You have about an hour before the next session begins.
The speakers will all be recorded, so you will have the opportunity to hear it afterwards. You don't have to participate, but you're welcome to.
Yeah, because, it'll be a long day, and so you might want to stretch, get away from the screen a little bit, rest your eyes. But all 40 campers will be in this together during inspiration hour. And then the AM campers will be done after inspiration hour. And the afternoon campers, here's their schedule, they'll be beginning. And so we start with welcome and introductions at 1 for the afternoon. And as you can see, the schedule is identical, with what we do every day. So basically you're just going to do it twice on Monday, once in the AM and once in the PM. Or if you're just in AM, you follow the AM schedule. If you're just in PM, you follow the PM schedule.
The question came up, how do I know what group I'm in? Some of you who picked up your bag, it was on your bag. However, things are changing. I have had to shift some things around a little bit. So I'm going to send out a final assignment of your room and who the girls will be in your room on Friday. So you will receive that Friday morning before the session starts, and hopefully everybody shows up. And we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on to Monday. Monday is a big role in the morning for the social coaches. Monday is all about, especially Monday morning, it's all about encouraging the girls to kind of discover a little bit about who they are. And so Qualcomm calls that strength, interests, and values. I'm not sure, the girls who did the coding experience when they were in Tech Trek, do you remember doing a little bit about what they called the REASIC, strength, interests, and values with Qualcomm? Do you remember doing that? Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad that you have some experience. So for Monday, what I did was I created again just a PowerPoint to help guide you. I wasn't sure if our social coaches would have access to doc cams. And so I thought this would just make it easier for you as you go through. So I took images directly from the notebook and pasted it into the PowerPoint, and then I included some fillables. So when we go through this, you'll have to hit enter to have some of it fill as you're leading these sessions. So what's going to happen Monday is Friday we have instructed the girls to create a Flipgrid video of themselves. What's going to happen is Mary is going to welcome the campers, and then we are going to watch in the main room the Flipgrid introductions of our 20 campers in the AM and our 20 campers in the PM. And so we'll actually watch all together, so we'll get to know who's in the room, and then we're going to go into breakouts. So once you're in the breakout, this is why it's important for you to be able to download the PowerPoint, because you're going to have to, again, share this with your girls. And I didn't ask this, but do all of you know how to share your screen? Yeah? Okay. So you will share your screen in the breakout. And again, the slides look very similar. So the very first thing is I would welcome, and what I would do is we just watched all the introductory. You could have the girls again, just to remind yourself, hey, could you guys all just say your name real quick? What are some things you learned about the campers that are here? I mean, just encourage a little bit of conversation. Introduce yourself and the build coach again. You would have done that on Friday, but if you have multiple rooms, just in case how things look on Friday, it might just be a good reminder to do that. This slide is identical to what we went over on Friday, but again, it's just to remind the girls, hey, use these camp icons. Remember, if you have a question, just hold it up. The build coach or me, the social coach, we will address your question. If you have an idea to share, raise up your light bulb, etc. So just encourage the use of that.